Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and the overseas players of New South Wales, Queensland, and the borderlines of Never Travel. I'm here to speak on behalf of Jonathan Filippo. His birthday of the 8th of the 1st, 1991. He is born as he is a 9-year-old child to speak of the welcoming of the currency. Well, I was born overseas and I had up to time to say my name. But the time was I'm Enwa, da Waiomano, Jonathan, Fifi, Chila. Speaking of time, I'm here to talk about why we don't have currency. It's about what we do at murder. The murder of situation people used to tell us, time after time, lines after lines. They used to report active news. It's about programs. If you're on media, do not socialize on Facebook as a media type. You might get facts wrong and you might get updated by World War II because they are measured by actually claiming that they had slaves. The brave enough people came out and asked, you do not want to claim people to be slaves. It's because we lie to people. So when we do, we mean to control. And we do not mean to patrol. We mean to say, put the situation down and ask the criticism of politicians, where is the currency of Australia? That's why we have a Jonathan Filippo. He is somebody that is in spirit to say, I speak with and I speak to say the names. And I will not talk to, but the worth of his fame. And please respect his clothing. If he wears a cloth, he means it's the only clothes I have. So do not say disrespect on politicians. It means please respect our living. It means before you walk in, it's saying lower your standards. It means we are somebody that has money. So don't understand it's somebody that ran. So when we say clips, we mean we make video clips of the Channel 10 News, Channel 11 News, and the ABC News, and all the SBS television all the angels used to like to watch until 12 p.m. It's all about DMs, deep and meaningful. So I'm in here to represent the politicians. Love it because we are sites, spirited by the righteous. As we did not write Australia just to get the facts right, just to know the permission. That we do not mean to actually take your order. It's just the way of saying, I'd like my daughter to know the currency. Please explain, and thank you. Well, I pass it to my right, Jonathan Filippo, to speak about the currency. Yep. Whakailo, lo mea, whiola malo. Kingi pālangi le whiola, si kemi ke whasioki si asua. Yeah, ole mea, currency a whia mea. Le kupe salau ma le kupe kala. Le kupe le ulu kala ma. Yeah, whatele tu, whatelo. Yeah, ole currency. Ole mea ke alunga foi e face of hell ma. Alu e mo so mea ke whia. Ai so tamapo so kengi po so ko lua e alu whalisama. Alu ka alu le whalipoma le lakapi po le basketball. Yeah. Kako eva lesi aso lesi ka. Ke so go kala English lo wa kai nom. Ki veleo. Ki sorry pora. Thank you, Da, and moi. Why one? For that. Check it. Yeah. You leave someone out me like that, man. Yeah. Hello to the people out there today watching from Australia, to the overseas of the people that never watch of my name is Ayunatana. Love to speak and talk about the currency of Australia. First, it's about currency of talking about affairs. We watch because didn't have any food today, so we watched them say things about other disasters such as people citing as criticism or racism, or politicians of speaking of religious views of people that understand that the world today we live in is about media. So we do not talk about media online or on any social media that we talk about, but we do talk about what we know about social life. It's about watching them die in a historical way. I like to forgive the students of teenagers of angels that they are the biggest sights to us, and we believe that they'll believe that we are good people, and we do not cite as criticism or racism, or we just cite people as people, and we do not decide whether we love them or whether we do. But I just like to give a speech out for the people, just in case currencies don't match, but they like to cite people in the NY view. So I'm here. First currency, it's about this. And what I like to share, I like to say a script paper of what the script means of life. It's the feelings of currency, the support of nations. It's called Asa. Asa mean it's holy grounds. It is the name of the Australian word. That is the capital city of saying no city, but the belief. And belief me, it means to breathe. The reef of the ocean of the Pacific life of saying cultures. Live in Asa. Asa means this holy land. It means this is a sacred land. We mean to say Asa. Do not and don't. It means please do not hurt people around this. Man, I get some hectics after. And after living, we meant to say that is the topic of speaking in the Australian list of language. In Asa. 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 Believe, but the moment we do, we hope to breathe. Don't get confused. It's not currency affair. It's just currency I'm talking about. You like to spell? I like to say wow. It's a good day, and I love to speak about it. In mind, thank you that I like to say I want. May I view the script to say it's the view of live. We are here to live. Anyone speaking at the moment, but Ayunatana, would you like to speak to explain the scripts of the currency of Asa? Oh, wait, hold up, wait. Excuse me. Oh well, this is the currency of Asa. Asa is the currency of, as you want to speak, of Australia. This was written in the way of Dana, and Blah is baby to mean, and the meaning was heard by nobody but told by Blah is the baby is one to believe $1. And this is what I mean. 3I2 circle blood, meaning Asa. That means Australia. That is the country of the language they speak in. Asa was short for Australia, but it's brought to me Asa. This is Africa, Salmon, Asia, but Samoa, Asia, and some noise. Physical love. Asa, or Asa, woman. Favorite. That is Dana, is the one spoken before on another TV channel of Current Affair. The other episode of Home and Away, the DBAYDAY is favorite physical. His favorite one is Asa. Asa, mean don't, is his favorite physical. Love to love, but summon is no love to say. Summon unites the day. That is Donna. Is unites the day. I mean, excuse me for saying that, but is unite the day. That is the nations of the trust of the third unites of say, the one in three, and the way of Asia, and Samoa and Africa to begin the three nations of trust, the beginning, and that is the Samoa and Africa. In reverse, it's time to say salmon, and that is in live. Language, first time means Nyanatana. Nyanatana is somebody that is in 10 years ahead. He is somebody to be somebody important, and that is physical. As is live night time, meaning it's time to live in the night. As Dana timing, as we are saying, Dana is timing a new name. He is timing the walk of night to come out to see if he will sit to say the sorrow of hawk. And that is to explain no explanation but Dana, and the worth of saying explain currency. That is for saying Dana is the currency of $1 to mean is the age of 1, to mean is 0, to say blah is baby red. 3828 p.m. is there to mean trust. Summon name equal. Equivalent timed breed knee and all. Volcano of all core and breed knee. The way you bend your knees and explaining your breed. How do you bend your knees? If you can sit like a salmon or a salmon, you are a breed of good coaches. You are somebody that can sit and say, core, Dana. That is the worth of live to say belief. That is the name of our currency. Belief of future Asa. Asa, Esa, say that's the name. Belief. And that is BELEAF. Belief. Future currency of live bank 906. Breed. Begin. And this is where it starts. Would you like to take it from here? Would you like to have a word about belief? Just have a smoke here real quick, In the beginning, it was about begin. And that is Jordan. Jordan. Jod, and meaning 609 is the time of begin. And that is the currency's name of the first word of saying of the worth of no word, but a form of someone to believe in. Belief. And that is $1. That is the currency of today, of Australia, and meaning Asa. Asa, belief, $1. In future, it means $1 is the currency. Not to mean the culture, not to mean religion, but the form of it is to mean physical is visits. Currency is not. It is promised to mean that your prediction was changed by belief. And this is no dollar without the sign of saying the S is two lines is to mean the equal of S is the equal of summon. You are equal equivalent to same equality and meaning any form of ring you must have $1 to equal it, to summon, to answer. Belief, $1. That is the currency today, and that is how much we have. We do not have two, we do not have three. It's four to believe. This is the voice. I am the $1 that I am, but $1 today means this. Future live is $1. When I begin my time, I mean the end will never end $2. It will always go to $1, and that is the future. In future is 1.2, and meaning that is the current of saying the meaning that you say 2 ways up is 2 ways down, and saying do you have 2 ways or 2 ways of 1 or 2 ways of 1 meaning do you have $2. We do not explain $2 and emotions. We mean to say 1.2 is the explanation of having $2 and not saying $2 because dollars don't come before 2 and 2 don't come before dollars. It's to explain that 1.2 and that is dollars on the sign to not repeat dollars but to keep it as 1.2. In the fair, no currency. In currency, there is 1.2 is the point that you decimal that you have to split that you have 1. And meaning 2 times 1. And meaning 1 times 2. It still means the same, but it doesn't mean it's equal. It means that you have decimal points to explain it's separate. You got $1 and you got 2 by after the points. And that is $2 to mean 1.2. And that is point. And it means to say points. And that is not decimal or any dot to say D or any D to say dots. Because it's point time. And that is saying mean. Meaning point time mean. And that is saying blah. The mean of blah is the second currency of saying the worth. Blah. It is our babies. And meaning baby red. And that is your baby. That is the second currency of knowing you can have child of birth here in Australia. And that's Asa Isa or Asa. Meaning don't be afraid to have a baby. It's okay. And that is gifted by Red Dana. That is baby Red Dana. And that is clothes to say that is the set of trust to mean your clothes are the worth of the second currency. That is the worth we have. We do not have good clothes to wear, but as a Unitarian I was speaking as who I am, I do not have any as kindly enough to ask for da and waiwana as if I could wear your jersey. Is can I wear your jacket or your jumper please? She gave it in good trust to say don't worry, this never sat someone with no good clothes, because we used to be like, oh man, we used to hide our face and go take off our clothes. And that was the reason why we say clothes. Said trust, that's our second worth of knowing that belief, $1 is our first or beginning, future, 1.2 is the worth of saying trust. And that means to have that is 1.2 is saying clothes are worth. That is our currency. We have good clothes than any other countries, than any other country that you can afford. It means that is the worth of the second currency. And that is down to saying trust, meaning sit trust. It means to say properly and to view your clothes politely. It means to judge them by their clothes by the time they sit and trust. If they do not have trust, they do not have good clothes. They have clothes of saying uncivilized. It means people on unpaying tax. It means quick to judge. It means to have a sense of humor. If your clothes are not looking good and you feel like you're not looking good, you must be judged by the way you see, and you are judged by the way you see and the way you sit to be trust to say who do you like to go and wear clothes. It means trust. You cannot trust a person that wears clothes or covers their face as an armed robbery. As we used to say, we used to speak of the devil, D-E-V-O-L. He did not cover his face, but to trust the way it sits. It means this: if you see an armed robbery, or an arm hold up, or way a point of a blank saying gun sights, and you know it's vicious and they are type of clothes that people wear, you are there to sit to trust. Are you gonna sit and you gonna trust, or are you gonna go and ask somebody to say, look at his clothes? It means to have good clothes. It's the worth. That's the second. Understand it when I say sit, trust. That means to trust. And that means trust. Time. Equal, as we got 2 L's to mean equal. Blah. That means that is a site of don't invade our country. It is Asa. Asa, meaning don't, do not. It is a sacred country. It means we do not come here to kill people. We come here to live and ask Blah if you want a baby. It means Blah means this. You are asking for somebody to ask. That this is somebody that will say hate. That is hate. And together it is Blah. Mean Blah. And that is void, grenade, element. That is grenade. For the void, it means Blah. But to say Blah, it means to hate. It means by the time you equal it and it's Blah, it means don't come to the void here and say hate. It means there's a void here. Do not go to people's ways of living and say you hate void or you try and Blah void. It means this country is in void. And if you come and hate, this will say Blah. And that void will come out and say grenade, element. These people will come out and say this place is void. You do not come to a place that is sacred in meaning, good and holy worth in meaning it is a holy country. You do not come and blow up people and shoot people and no reason. Of course, it is sacred. It is a living where we give baby the way of bread, dana, Blah, to live. And that's the equal. Blah, it means it's not going to shoot, it's not going to ruin, it's just saying Blah. By the time you do, this hate, and that is void. And the worth of our second to third currency is grenade element. It means we have the equip to have grenade. And that means that is 4, 5, 6. Bread, PM. No, outside. By the time it's 4, 5, 6 in the PM, it means bread PM. These people are eating bread and no one can come outside by that time. It means that is 4, 5, 6. If you're at home, you stay home. But if you're outside and you're on your way home, you go home at 4 or 5. And you make sure you get some bread at the PM. Because that is no outside. These people are coming home from working. And they are coming home to starve, that they need something to eat, and it's really full as is public transport, and it's really busy, and it's really hours and rush hours, and everyone is in a rush to know outside, that outside on the way to 4, 5, 6, bread PM, no outside, go home. By the time it's 4, 5, 6, do not come and say you want bread, just say no outside. That means that is the busy hours of 4, 5, 6 and bread PM. So no outside. And that's the way we say element. Meaning with an N to say is grenade to say name the grenade. We make grenades in any kind of launches. Meaning, do you see the Annihilators never talk about it? It's because the names of grenade is labeled to say we got the grenades of saying these elements. We have silver, we have gold, we have this, but the elements of it is to gas and oil and ask for more. And it means that's the element. You must have grenade to equal the void of Blah in case someone hates and try and Blah the way of the void of hate. And saying Asa, Australia, it means we will come and Blah. Void, that's the void. Do not come and say you come in peace, because we will grenade element. In case you try and say Blah, we will hate. And cause it's Blah, together is Blah, like you want to mean void. Do not come to this country and try and void, because this is not a void, it's baby red dana. Come, have your baby, is what we say void. This grenade. You do not go Blah to act as if you hate. We go Blah by the time you try to take the void. So that is shoot or Blah in meaning grenade. That is not grenade to shoot. That is grenade to go out to people and ask, did you want a grenade? Is what we say in Blah. It means by the time we say Blah It means you got a shot. It means it's not a shoot. These are grenade. This is element. Do you have the fossils of it? It means do you got the buildings of it? Can you have it? Because it's not asking for a shoot or one or two. It's asking for the whole people to go inside and say blah. Meaning blah. Void. Don't come and mess with this country. It's serious. This is grenade. Do you know? Hate. Don't come and hate. Void. Do not take the void out of this country. It is serious. And that's why we say blah, meaning B-L-I, to say that's just the void of saying blah, meaning don't shoot. We're not going to shoot. It's the void in case you shoot the void. We say blah. Do not shoot the void. It's blah by the time you do. There are people of babies, bread, dana, blah. That's when we come in blah. And then we say, hey, blah. We do not like to void, blah, to shoot, equal, I'm me. And blah. If you see someone with a baby you do not hate, you void. That is blah. I mean, I don't mean to shoot. I mean to tell you, it's not hate. It's to say life in blah means it shoots in meaning. But by the time it's got H in the beginning, at the end, is blah. Together is shoot. And that is void. Grenade element. That is asking for 456 bread PM. No outside. It means do not disturb these people that are coming from bread PM. No outside from 654 in the area of saying I'm going home. Because they are in work suits and they are in work time to say do not disturb. Go home. There is bread PM. No outside. You stay home by 456. And that is 3I44. Ayonatana Filippo A. May. That is the time wrote of the way I did of writing. As I am 9, I am beginning to know. I am 8th of May. I'm born. I mean, I'm there for 3I44. The time this currency was wrote by the time of the way of professions or ways of television societies. This is the worth of knowing who it is. Ayonatano began. Filippo 8 May. It means by the time this currency is out, it means 3I44 Ayonatana Filippo 8 May. It means eat me. It means come eat Ayonatana Filippo. For this currency of blah baby red dana. This H and this void, no outside, has been asa, isa, singing. It means 3I44. Survive by eat me. If you're hungry, we say no outside. We mean eat me. You are here for baby. Eat me. And that is the worth of saying because. Singing. Asa. Asa. 3I2 circle. Blood meaning. And that is the national ways of saying asa. Asa. And the way you want to say asa. Ta. Basa. Salmon. Unite. Basa. Asa. Ta. Basa. Salmon. Unite. It means that is the national way of singing the Asa national anthem. And the way is commented by here, by no comments, by here scripted in lines to let them finish off who they are in Australia to represent the way of Asa. Salmon, Asa, Tabasa, Salmon, unite. And then they finish off the scripts of writing the national anthem from Asa and from towards where they know where to sing. But time is time. Is thank you very much. I appreciate the way. And living is the script of the currency of written by who I am is a Ayonatana Filippo. 8 May is praising. Wait, my chicken, motherfucker. Wait, my chicken. Oh, well, that is the news of today, of the Trojan of Horizon, the form of the news we bring tonight for the national anthem. We sing today is over. I saw it. Yeah, but that's summer unite. Used to be so fine with the clouds used to shine. Used to go out to the mountains, used to reach. Love informs what my preach. I used to search around your streets, but the poems of life we said sights. We love the angels of twice. I love my moon and ocean, no, it's not broken. And I'd like to give our thanks to Ayom Son of Filippo for sharing the scripts of the currency of Australia. Don't mean to say Australia, but Asa and meaning. Meaning the A and S and A is just the meaning of the letters of knowing. It's how we used to write form. And Obede, you know the form. Don't act like it's a secret. You know how we write. It's all in tight. And you know how we used to script. I used to say something about something I'm not sure about. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, we like to give thanks. This is the channel SBS Angels Go to Sleep and I don't go to sleep till 3 o'clock in the morning. It's channel 7, 9, choose 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 10. News today of currency. Thank you.